The system of banking arose as a result of the development of paper money. In olden days, when people were using the barter system of exchange, where goods were exchanged for good, the British goldsmith formed the habit of keeping people's receipts, which were being stored by the goldsmith until later dates. From these systems, the system of banking started developing till it reached the stage now in the world. The history of Nigerian banking industry can be traceable in the early 1820s with the African Banking Corporation that was established in Lagos, but did not last as a result of banking habits of the people, and consequently closed operation in 1890. This was followed by the British Bank of West Africa, BBWA, established in 1893 and started operations in 1894. The first indigenous bank in Nigeria was National Bank of Nigeria, NBN, which started operation in 1933, followed by African Continental Bank, ACB, in 1947. Before other banks started emerging.
The system in Nigeria is improving than that of the 80s, but now it's improved than before, and yet there are still some area that they need to upgrade to the international standard.
Our banking system today, no doubt, is stable, but then we can't confidently say our stability has given us the value-added service that we needed. Some banks offer some services that are tailor-made to cushion the asset base of the company, while depositors suffer. But on a general term, in terms of the improvement in the sector today, in terms of electronic banking, the cashless society, and I think the banks are trying, and we have no fear that there's a liquidation coming out any soon, but we fear that banks should boost up their asset base so that they can give customers the efficient services they needed.
The banking sector in Nigeria has come a long way and has contributed in the development of Nigerian business. The question is, has the Nigerian banking sector performed to its full capacity and expectations before now, especially in regards to customer services and satisfaction, comprehensive welfare, security and morale for its workers? Due to the changing economy of the nation, banking system is expected to play a vital role in both the life of the customers and the service providers. In 2004, the Nigerian government introduced the banking sector reforms, which was aimed at establishing a reliable and effective and efficient banking sector so that it could generate the safety of the depositors' money. The reasons behind the reforms were in Nigeria, most of the banks had low capital base, less than $10 million. However, the Central Bank of Nigeria provided some incentives for the banks so that they could achieve the minimum capital base within. Several banks were also able to increase their capital base through the reforms, especially as the central bank started merging several banking institutions, introducing a regulatory framework based on some rules. Thus, by merging some of these banks, the government established an efficient and disciplined banking system, a system that has hitherto been plagued with lots of shortfalls at the beginning.
The CBN reform that recently that actually has to eliminate the transaction charge on ATM has actually affected the performance of the bank negatively at this time. But cumulatively, if you take a look, they have actually tried, considering the level of infrastructural development in Nigeria.
The only issue most of people are having with them is the new operation. Most of the new operations are not okay, like POS. POS is supposed to be an instant transfer, but at times it takes 2-3 days. At times they will not even transfer in a month.
Their performance is okay with the introduction of the ATM card system. I think it's okay.
Some of the huge benefits accrued from the merging and recapitalization were the increase in the capacity of the banks to develop the economy, eliminate the distress syndrome that characterized the banking industry, reposition the banks for global challenges, and restore depositors' confidence. There was no doubt the banking industry was badly in need of reform and improvement of poor service delivery. Let us hope that the era of armchair banking, tally numbers, and math will forever sleep to rise no more.